Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we're out here in the heart of nature. Let's breathe. Let's go, deep divers. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Raising the frequency. Raising the vibration. Take that, take that, take that. Good ass energy I'm sending you, deep divers. There's no place I'd rather be than with the birds, bees, leaves, and trees. It's a beautiful day. The sun is out. The cat down the road is sunbathing. And shout out to all of you deep divers. First and foremost, make sure you join the new Ralph Smart Patreon for all new exclusive content that's going to help you become your greatest version. Click the link down below. So deep divers, solar eclipse. Yes. What does it mean? Let's talk about the April 8th monumental solar eclipse. Now, deep divers, listen. This information right here is going to change your entire life. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to rock you out of your chair. The cat down the road is pulling up with his popcorn. I'm about to share with you some jewels and some gems about what's really happening in the world right now. And it's linked to April 8th, the solar eclipse. So what I want you to do right now is to hit that like button if you support the real. I want everyone right now to hit that like button if you support the real, because we got a whole lot to talk about. First and foremost, if you are watching this video, this is your confirmation. Your blessings will triple. Just say thank you. Now, deep divers, are you excited? Or are you excited because of the solar eclipse, right? A lot of people have been messaging me. They're like, Ralph, please talk about the solar eclipse, April 8th. Like, what is the significance of it? What's the symbolism? What's the symbolism of it? What does it really mean? What can we expect on the earth? Okay. Now, are you ready for this, deep divers? I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Deep divers, you know why I'm not ready? Because we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? Actually, I am ready, because I breathed in that good ass prana. Okay, deep divers, let's talk about the solar eclipse, April 8th. Now, what is a solar eclipse? So a solar eclipse is basically when the moon passes in between the earth and the sun, blocking the face of the sun and basically making the sky all dark for a brief period of time. The cat down the road gets a little bit scared when it's a solar eclipse. Now, deep divers, this is a rare event because the next one is in 2033, March 30th, right? So another one is years away. So we got to enjoy this one. Now, first and foremost, have you seen what's been happening in the news, deep divers? Oh yeah, I remembered, you don't watch the news, but pay attention, because there was just a massive earthquake in Taiwan, okay? 7.5, massive earthquake, okay? People lost lives, and we have to really send some good energy to people in Taiwan. But this is all linked to the solar eclipse. I'm going to explain. Also, Japan is on tsunami warning, okay? So once again, remind yourself, deep divers, there are no such things as accidents or coincidences in the universe. Everything is happening for a reason. Storms are brewing. Animals are acting strange. What's going on? It's got everything to do with this solar eclipse. Now, pay attention, deep divers. When you remind yourself, a lot of strange things have been happening on the planet right now. Baltimore, okay, you had a boat, massive ass boat, ship really, right? Went straight into a bridge in Baltimore, right? Knocking down that bridge. And you're like, oh my gosh, couldn't that have been prevented? Couldn't that have been prevented, deep divers? Apparently not. It's like the GPS went down. What's going on? Strange things are happening, deep divers. Well, Last week, a lot of people don't know about this information, deep divers. Last week, Earth was hit by radiation from a rare double X-class solar flare, okay? Triggering, listen, the most powerful geomagnetic storm in 6 years. Let me repeat that. Last week, scientists observed that Earth was hit with radiation, okay, from a rare double X-class solar flare, triggering the most powerful geomagnetic storm we've seen in the last 6 years. So you have to remind yourself, deep divers, it's getting crazy right now. And the solar eclipse, what we're seeing is that there are going to be solar flares all over the place. Earth is going to be hit by radiation. Okay, why is this important? Because you see, all of your technology runs on these magnetic fields. And you've got to remind yourself that there's something called a cycle of the sun, right? And it's an 11-year cycle of the sun. And we are actually reaching what we call the solar maximum, right? Right now. That's the reason why you're having these solar flares, and it's going to peak with that solar eclipse. So be aware of your phone. It might lose signal. Wait a second. There's no Wi-Fi out here, deep divers, but I swear there's a better connection. Slow motion this side. Now, there was a Netflix film, right? Leave the World Behind. They were telling you what happened in that film, deep divers. Yeah, the boat just stopped on the beach. Wait a second. Let's connect the dots. What happened in Baltimore? The boat crashed into the bridge. It's like the GPS went down. In that film, Leave the World Behind, you had Teslas crashing into each other. And you also had internet blackouts. Now, with the solar eclipse, you are going to have increased solar activity, intense magnetic fields, solar flares, right? So be aware, deep divers, that April 8th and a few days after, don't be surprised if you see technology failing. Don't be surprised if the internet goes down. Don't be surprised if your mobile network goes down, because this is what happens with high solar activity and solar flares. Now, what does the solar eclipse really represent? Let me also give you this news, deep divers. Now, this is some tragic news, right? So going from an earthquake in Taiwan, 7.5 on the Richter scale, okay, the biggest earthquake in Taiwan in the last 25 years. That's crazy, right? The solar flares, okay, the solar eclipse. In California, there was a 15-year-old girl, and really so tragic. She was kidnapped and she was running towards the police. This was recently. And the police shot her because they thought she was a suspect. This is symbolic because there's a miscommunication, right? And this has got everything to do with these intense energies on the planet right now. Also, in Gaza, there were 4 people walking, right? Palestinians walking, and they were just bombed by the IDF because maybe they thought they were terrorists or Hamas or whatever. Miscommunication. This is all symbolic of the solar eclipse energy that's hitting planet Earth right now. Now, what is the true significance of a solar eclipse? Now, The ancients, all around the world, many ancient civilizations viewed a solar eclipse as the gods being angry with humans on earth. You know why? Because there was darkness for a brief period of time. It signified the gods being angry and also their impending departure. You're on your own, humans. Oh no! Now don't get it twisted, deep divers. In many civilizations, the eclipse, and the word eclipse, the solar eclipse, right? The word eclipse emanates from the Greek eclipsis, which means to fail to appear or to abandon an accustomed place, right? So it was also celebrated. You know why? Because the solar eclipse is all about the moon stealing the show. Okay, let me repeat that. You think the solar eclipse is about the sun? No. The solar eclipse is about the moon. The moon is stealing the show. The moon is going in between the earth and the sun to say, hey, watch out, right? So you're going to realize that the moon is stealing the show. And it's all about you having this time for introspection. This is really what we have to do to prepare ourselves for the solar eclipse and what's going to come after that. Okay. We have to take this time to heal ourselves, to cleanse ourselves, to realize that the moon blocking the sun's face is all about the shadow work that human beings have to do on the planet. Slow motion this side. It's symbolic of doing the shadow work, because without the shadow work, you can never actually really know who you are. The shadow work is about embracing the darker aspects of yourself. So when it goes dark on the solar eclipse, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the dark. Realize you have to integrate the darkness. And this is how we do the shadow work. And this is what the solar eclipse represents, right? So also the sun, moon, earth, that's the Trinity. That's the number 3. What? Slow motion this side. It signifies and represents symbolically cosmic balance, the alignment. It's a cosmic alignment, and it's encouraging us, deep divers. The universe is encouraging us to move back into alignment with body, mind, and soul. So the eclipse, the solar eclipse, is all about the cosmic balance. Okay, everything is in balance, in alignment. It's also showing us that we have to create that. We've got to create that within ourselves. Make sure you're getting your ass into the heart of nature, doing a little samba, baby, raising the frequency. Okay, leave your bedroom, right? And get into alignment with who you really are. The solar eclipse is also about transformation, okay? It's about metamorphosis. It's about this change that's happening, okay? It's also about a rare event that's happening. It's encouraging us to say, hey, pay attention to the moon, the sun, the stars. And the solar eclipse is so beautiful. You know why? Because you're going to see the corona. The corona is the outer part of the sun. And you're going to see that April 8th. It's already here. You're going to see it. And you're going to be saying, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. Now, if you're in America, you're going to see the eclipse. In Mexico, it's going to be fantastic. And pay attention to the corona. You're also, not the virus, deep divers. Don't pay attention to that. Listen, the solar eclipse is a wake-up call for humanity. It's about realizing that we are governed by everything around us. Do you think having earthquakes in Turkey and Morocco and now Taiwan, 7.5 on the Richter scale, is by accident? No, it's because Earth is talking to us. Mother Nature is talking to us. Gaia is talking to us. The universe is talking to us to say, hey, human beings, stop the wars. Wake up and start respecting your mother Gaia. Let's get right with the planet. We are destroying the Amazon rainforest. Millions of species have been wiped off the face of the planet, and the Amazon rainforest is being destroyed. Human beings have to do better. This is what this solar eclipse is all about. It's about waking your ass up to say, wait a second, everything is connected. The solar eclipse is going to have a big effect of what's happening on the planet. I told you, that film, Leave the World Behind, was telling you what was coming. It's called predictive programming. They're telling you that there are going to be cyber attacks. No, what is actually going to happen is the solar flares, the activity from the sun, as it's reaching its solar maximum, is going to disrupt the magnetic fields on Earth, causing the internet to go out. We've already seen Facebook go down, Instagram go down. You're going to see more of that after April 8th and maybe on April 8th too. So you better wake up and smell the coffee to realize that we aren't alone. We're governed by the forces around us. This is what the ancients knew, and this is why they held the solar eclipse as something sacred. Also, it is a time, deep divers, it's a time to go within. You know, so many people are caught always focusing on what's happening out there. The solar eclipse is all about us paying attention to our own inner self-development and evolution to say, actually, how can I become my greatest version today? Let me take a look within, because when the earth goes dark with a solar eclipse, you're going to have to find the light inside. What? Slow motion this side. So the solar eclipse represents finding the inner light. Let me repeat that. Woo! The solar eclipse represents finding your inner light in a dark world. The world has been plagued with darkness. You've seen what's happened in Russia. Okay, what happened in Moscow, the shooting in the concert. You see the anarchy in the world between Israel and Palestine, Russia and Ukraine, what's going on in the Congo, all around the world is in chaos. And that solar eclipse is going to remind us to say, actually, we got to find the light. And it's also a time to stop, okay? Because the solar eclipse is going to stop everything. You're going to look up and say, oh my gosh, what's that? That's so amazing, right? It's forcing us to slow down to say, actually, this universe is so beautiful. This world is so beautiful. You know, once upon a time in ancient Greece and ancient Egypt, they would have rituals with solar eclipses, right? They would perform rituals and they would have celebrations and dance and sing. And people are going to be doing that in Stonehenge and in Joshua Tree in the United States, in California and all of that. And we've got to do that again to remind ourselves that it's a wonderful time to be alive. You know why? Because the hidden is coming to light. After the darkness, the solar eclipse, you will have the resurrection, okay? And also the solar eclipse is about realizing in our darkest moments, we become illuminated. So don't fear the darkness. Do not fear the darkness. Don't fear the darkness, deep divers. Don't be afraid of the dark. Realize in our darkest moments, we become illuminated. So when it's really dark with a solar eclipse, make sure you become illuminated. Become the alchemist, transform the energy, and remind yourself that Earth is alive. Mother Nature is alive. And we have broken the laws of the divine. We've broken the laws of the universe, and we are getting our ass whooped. And it's going to be ugly if we don't wake up and get into alignment. We've got to remind ourselves the solar eclipse is all about reminding us that everything is in alignment. There are no accidents or coincidences in this universe. Everything is happening for a reason. And the solar eclipse is going to affect the wind. It's going to affect the radio waves. It's going to affect the animals. Don't be surprised if you see the cat down the road doing cartwheels, birds flying all over the place, right? It's going to affect the temperature. It's going to get cold, right? So you have to be prepared for what's coming. But the big takeaway is to realize that the solar eclipse, you're having these solar flares, right? Earth was hit by radiation from a double X-class solar flare, triggering the most powerful geomagnetic storm we've seen in the last 6 years, and it's not over. So you're going to see increased solar flare activity. So it's a message to remind us we shouldn't get so addicted to these devices and instead embrace the real secret, which is nature, to heal ourselves and come together as one. We've got to remind ourselves we're in a time right now where a lot of people are divided through race, religion, nationality. This solar eclipse is reminding us that all of these are illusions. Your race, your nationality. Remind yourself we are one people and it's one humanity and everything is connected, because that solar eclipse is going to affect wherever you are. You're going to feel the energy. You are going to feel the energy, deep divers. And also, symbolically, there's a lifting of the veil with this solar eclipse, right? There's a lifting of the veil with this solar eclipse. I told you, they brought down Epstein, right? Child trafficking, all of that. Now they came after Diddy. You're going to see more people in high places in the matrix be exposed for who they really are with this solar eclipse energy. The hiddenness coming to light. And it's a wonderful time to be alive. Woo! Deep divers. Now I want everyone to hit that like button if you support the real. Once again, hit that like button if you support the real, deep divers. Share this video, subscribe. Also, make sure you join the new Ralph Smart Patreon page for all new exclusive content that's going to help you become your greatest version. Click the link down below. And the solar eclipse, most of all, is reminding us to let love guide us and not fear. We shouldn't be afraid of the dark. We should not be afraid of the dark. We should embrace it and realize that after the storm comes the calm. After the dark comes the light. So remind yourself that it's a time to really pay attention to what's happening inside of you, that you are a microcosm of the macrocosm. What's happening inside of you is what's going to happen out there. If you are always stressed out, full of anger, frustration, that's what you're going to experience in the world. As above, so below, as within, so without. If we remind ourselves, deep divers, as we change internally, we also change our external reality. This is what this solar eclipse is all about, reminding us that we are gods and goddesses in amnesia, and it's time to wake up to your true power. Have we got that clear, deep divers? Oh yeah. And that's why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Beautiful, deep divers. Let's breathe. One more time. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Now I want everyone to go and check out the #1 best-selling book, Deep Divers, Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/the-book, the Bible of becoming your greatest version. And also Feel Alive Part 2 is coming out. You're going to love it. Deep divers, go and check out the latest new book, The Book of 1111 Infinite Quotes by Ralph Smart at ralphsmart.com/the-book. The secret recipe to becoming your greatest version. And go and get the good ass prana shirts, deep divers, for men, women, children, even cats down the road at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. And if you're a sexy ass model, woo, with a whole lot of heart, you want to model the clothing, well, go and buy some. Deep divers. Also, if you want a one-to-one consultation with Ralph Smart to help you become your greatest version, make sure you book it at ralphsmart.com/consultations. Now, deep divers, they tried to bury us. They forgot we were seeds. Let's really welcome in this solar eclipse energy, this solar eclipse, because it's a powerful time to be alive. The solar eclipse is all about introspection, shadow work, realizing that when the darkness comes, don't be afraid. Embrace it. And also remind yourself right now on the planet, we've got to do better. Humanity has to wake up from the matrix and be free. If you're ready for that, deep divers, just say, yippee! Fantastic. Deep divers, what's up? Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You! Once again, deep divers, make sure you hit that like button if you support the reel. Once again, hit that like button if you support the reel. Share this video, subscribe, and leave a comment down below of gratitude and appreciation. And let me know how this video inspired you and how you are preparing for the solar eclipse. One love, deep divers. Peace.